Glorious rising, grand rising, rich rising, peace God, peace of the gods and the earth. Ankh Uja Sinep. Namaste. Welcome back, family, to your SHU Kemetic Yoga Instructional Flow with Ness. If you're joining us today at the top of your day, grand rising, rich rising. I hope your day's off to a beautiful start. We're feeling abundant bliss, peace, soft, and joyous for what the universe has planned for us ahead. If you're joining us at the end of your day, I also hope that your day was blissful, peaceful, abundant, safe, and accomplishing. Let's explore new realms that we create for ourselves with the breath and with the movements and aligning the breath with the movement. You'll need your mat, you need some space, some quietness, and 2 blocks could be necessary. Other than that, you'll be on your mat. So, peace, beloved. Come to a seat, preferably a cross-legged seat. I'm gonna face the camera for the first couple of minutes of our flow, just to ensure that the observation is optimal. And so speaking cross-legged, go ahead, rest your hands face down in a grounding posture, entering all the energy. Or you can flip your hands to face Mother Nuke, to face the sky above us, in accordance with receiving energy. I like to flip my left palm to face the sky above us, and the right palm to face the earth. From here, I want you to bring your index and your thumb to connect. Vice versa with your right hand, bring your index and your thumb to connect. Once your connections of your fingers have been obtained, slowly start to flutter the eyes closed. Inhale, and with your inhale, lift your chest. Exhale. Allow the chest to remain lifted, but allow the breath to descend and lower the shoulders and lower the tension that tends to build between our ears, the side of our neck, down to our shoulders, or other known as your trap. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Listening to the rhythm of your breath, feeling the rising and the falling of your chest cavity, of your sternum bone, the lifting of the diaphragm, and the descending of the diaphragm. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. With your eyes closed, just flip the hand postures so your right hand is facing Mother Nuke and your left hand is facing Father Geb. These hand postures, or mudras in Sanskrit, tap in and connect with our divine masculine energy through our right hand, and with the sacred combination of both of these energies is what yoga provides. We speak about the outer alignment, ensuring that our joints or bones are all stacked and aligned with each other, but the internal alignment that is powered through our breath. Strengthens, stretches, solidifies our exterior, and it uplifts the internal body. Slowly start to flood your eyes back open. You can bring your hands to your heart space. As your hands connect to your heart space, flutter the eyes completely open. We start wiggling your toes and come back into our physical body. Place your hands on the knees. Allow your left hand to cascade out from the left hip. Grab the left knee with the right hand. Give yourself a nice easy twist by spinning that left hand behind you. Lifting from the left palm and twisting through the right. Release back to center. Let your right hand cascade out to the right. Grab the right knee with the left hand and rotate in the opposite direction. This is going to be a relatively low to the ground, grounding flow with the emphasis on our hip and lower back. Exhale, release back to center. Great work. Take a couple shoulder rolls, open up the chest, lift through the heart. You're gonna open up the spine just a little bit. Keeping that connection with your knees, I want you to pull your chest cavity through your bicep. On your exhale, round the chest, coming into almost like a seated cat-cow. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, we round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Moving the spine, opening up that spinal column. 2 more. And round. Your knees are going to want to pull into your hands are going to want to pull into your knees. And your knees are going to press into your hands. Lifting the chest. Place your hands on the side. Any which way you can, take the opposite cross. Let's repeat the same movements. Hands on your knees. We'll twist to the right first, grabbing onto the right knee with the left hand, spinning. Breathing deeply, feel your digestion maybe start to turn on. Feel your intestines pressing against each other. Exhale, release. Inhale deeply. Exhale, we twist. Looking past our left shoulder. Breathing past our belly button. Rotate back to center. Cat-cow, rounds. Grabbing onto your knees. Lifting the chest. So rounding the chest. Make this almost a dance. Move with a sense of duality and union. To center. I want you to rotate towards your left. Cave the chest in. Open it back out when you come to center. Round in when you push back. Inhale, we lift through the center. Exhale, we round. We lift through the center. And we round. Feet lift through the center and move around. And if you want to keep your hands up here, by all means. Switch that direction. Just taking a little dance and waking up our body. Place your hands back on your knees. We're just going to go for a little reach. Keeping that cross. Raise your hands above your crown. Look at the base of the palms. Pull your hands back, your biceps back to align with your ears. Activate through the feet and reach forward. Sliding your hips in the opposite direction in your knees, your hands. You want to activate the feet to protect the knees, is what I meant to say. Maybe moving from sway side to side, starting very easy, very kind, very gentle. Slide your hands back towards your knees. Take a different cross, which way you get there, and slide back to your forward fold. From here, we have our left leg in front. We're coming to a double pigeon. Planting our right shin to run parallel. If you're facing the top of your mat, running parallel to the top of your mat, the top line of your mat. And if you're looking from the side, it's gonna run parallel to the length of our mat. Take the left leg, stack the left ankle on top of the right knee. And if that doesn't work for you, take that left ankle and just put it on top the left shin and see where it goes from there. Maybe gradually you'll get to walk up that ankle towards your right knee and find a double pigeon. Now, we might get a little tension in our knee right here. So what I'd like to do is just take my left hand and just cup it and just maneuver my knee joint in that socket. And I also like to take my right hand, my opposing hand, and press it into my knuckles or my toes, and that allows me to pull my left hip back, accessing this double pigeon. Now you can lean forward. If you feel like you can release that bind, go ahead. Release, slide your hands back to frame outside your hips. Plant the right foot, cross the left foot over the right thigh. Press your chest towards that left shin. Activate through the left foot. Stay here for a little bit. Great. Plant in the right foot. Press through your palm to come to a bridge variation, just to open up the front body a little bit. Like so, back down. Great work. Release that bind. Allow the left leg to be the bottom leg, running parallel. Right leg's gonna be the stacking leg. So our right ankle's on top of our left knee. Now for here, you may notice some differences. I don't really need to put that right hand on that knee for this round, but I like to grab my hip here to ensure that my engagement's coming from the hip. A lot of our knee pain tends to arise because we're trying to open up that thigh, that inner thigh, from rotation of our kneecap, which will cause pain because our knee's not meant to twist or turn in that direction. The twisting and turning that comes from our leg stems from the hip and joint socket. So we really have to ensure that if we are twisting or opening our inner thigh, it's coming from where it's rooted from, the foundation, which would be our hip and our hip flexors. Lift up through the front. Let's lengthen and drop down. Very easy flow today. Maybe you want to save this for Sunday, before the Sunday clean. Maybe we'll just try it now. See if we can create space, alleviate tension. Just breathe. Release. Frame your body. Lay back. Plant the left foot. Cross that right ankle over. Press your chest. Glide the chest towards the right shin. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lift through the chest, coming to that bridge variation. And we drop. Replace that right foot back down. We're going to do some windshield wipes, dropping over to the right side. You might call these 45s. I like the windshield wipe aspect because it's a little bit more playful. Always practice with childlike enthusiasm. I was taught that early in my yoga journey, my teacher yoga journey. And I really love that concept because it's from childlike behavior that we create these experiences of adventure, of growth. Keep windshield wiping, moving very slow right now before we get into the more active part. Even from these 45s or these windshield wipes, you can feel the orientation that's coming from the hip, leading down to the outside edges of our feet. Perfect. Extend the left leg. Bring the right sole of the foot to meet the inner edge, or inner thigh of the left leg. Look at your left big toe. I want you to inhale, glide your hands behind you, behind your head. Pull your biceps back to align with your ears and slowly fall over that left thigh. Grab onto your pant, your shin, your ankle. Maybe you're just grabbing on your thigh right here. Maybe that's all you need today. If that's where you are, that's perfect. Just ensure that you're activating through your left big toe. So your left big toe is going to kick towards your forehead, towards Mother Moon. Try to square the hips. Don't allow one hip to reach further forward than the other. And gently pull the right hip back to align with the outstretched left hip. Working that left hamstring. If you have any weight on your knee, please come off of that. Great work. Slide your hands back towards you. Flip the right sole so the right foot is planted. We're going to slide the left foot to plant against the right. Now you can hold on to your right knee here and press up almost to a bridge variation, flowing, sliding that right hand back to the space you cannot see, opening the front body, but releasing through our back and hamstrings. Exhale slowly, lower, down, re-stand the left leg, drop the outer edge of that right foot down. This time we're going for a little bit of a twist. So turn your belly button to face the right knee. Once you have that connection, you're gonna inhale, swing your hands above you, drop. Now a block here is great, actually. So maybe you wanna grab a block first, family, sorry. So you wanna do with a place block on the low, medium, or high level, whichever floats your boat. Place your block into the inside of the left knee. You're gonna raise your hands above your crown. Maybe interlace your fingers here momentarily. Keep the left foot active and drop that left elbow to your block. Or if you wanna move that block, drop it to your knee. Grabbing the inner arch of your your left foot. Your right hand's gonna slide over your right ear. If you don't touch that right big toe, that's okay. Twisting open, pull the right armpit back. Exhale, release. Great work. Place the left hand on the right knee. Give yourself a small twist. Release. Open up the right leg. Close the left leg by bringing the sole to meet with the right thigh. Inhale here. Fall over that right thigh. Taking it nice and slow. Finding the areas where we can bring more attention and intention. Falling deep. Make sure those lips are aligned. Keep the right foot active. Exhale, release. Close the left knee. Close the right knee. Maybe grab on to the left knee with the left hand. Go into your bridge variation. Releasing the front body. Extend the left arm behind you. You don't have to go super big here. Exhale, follow that down. Extend the right. Bring in the left. Go to that twist variation. Once again, if you want, grab your block. Facing the belly button towards the left knee. Drop inside. You might notice a difference here. I for sure do. This left side doesn't generate that much space as my right does. I'm working on it. Pull that left armpit back to your left body. Open up the left ribs. So you can fall deeper with your exhalations. Inhale. Exhale, release. Give yourself an easy twist. Pulling on the left knee with the right hand. Exhale, release. Come into a small butterfly. Bring the soles of your feet together. Use the outer edges of your feet to work on driving the outer edges of your knees down. Give yourself a little foot massage here. Try not to use your elbows so much as a weight to press them down. Allow them gradually to open up by working on the connection of the other feet. You might have to give yourself some more space away from your pelvic floor, or your groin, towards your heels. And if you're gonna fall forward, ensure that you're bringing your elbows in towards each other, just like that forward fold. See if you can engage, maybe even lift through your perineum or your pelvic floor. Great. Close your knees as if you're closing your favorite book. Extend the left leg long. Extend the right leg long, coming into a wide seated fold. From here, you can incorporate your blocks. I like to grab my blocks here, use as a weight. Ensure that your feet are active. You're driving your heels down towards the ground, driving your hamstrings down towards the ground, and you're bringing your toes to point towards Mother New. Lengthen the lower back by connecting your belly button to your spine. Lift the belly button off the hips. Bring it to the chest, and your chest is going to be what's leading you forward here. Inhale, raise your hands with the block above your crown, and let yourself fall all the way down. And if you don't make it to the ground, don't worry, that's fine. With time, patience, and discipline, you'll be able to achieve and succeed in all areas. Give yourself a little sway, maybe. 4 more breaths here. So you can activate through the core to bring you down lower. Exhale, look forward, walk your hands back towards your body. Great work. Maybe drop your ear from side to side. Release through the neck. Remove the block from your middle. What you're gonna do, tent your hands. See if you can engage through the core, lean back just a tad. Point your toes to the directions that they're out in, and bring the inner soles to meet. And let them drop down to your middle. That might have worked your inner groin. Coming to a staff variation. Tent your hands, plant your hands on the outside of your hips. We're gonna do a nice, easy, straight-legged forward fold. And if you wanna bend your knees here, go right ahead. Maybe exercise or push on the toes. I know I really love to do this. Just opening up the soles of my feet. Lengthen the lower back. Don't C-curve it. You want to lengthen it and then fold. Great work. Release the bind. Slide your hands back to frame your body. Tent your hands. Having blocks here to do this could also help. So you're gonna lean back on the blocks. You're gonna bring your thighs towards your chest. If you're gonna use your blocks, you have to bring your blocks closer to your knees. Sorry. Bring your knees to your chest. Open up your thighs and let your legs drop to the outside. Another forward fold again. Maybe cross your arms in front of your body this time. Let your body get heavy so that drop to the earth isn't as reckless. Maybe your forearms drop and release. And if you want to bend your knees here, please, family, just know that's perfect. Make it your own practice, make it your own experience, make it at your own time. And release. Slide yourself back up. We won't go for the closing of the staff right this round. We're gonna look towards our left thigh, plant our left elbow in the inside alignment, and reach over the right hand. Similar to that Janu Shanasana variation that we were just in. This time we're just doing a wide-legged full. So you can twist to look past or look at that right tricep. Feel your right ribs a lift, but also reach. Exhale, release back to center. Go into that forward fold momentarily, just as a transition over to our right. Looking past or at the left tricep or armpit. Exhale, release back to your center. Slide yourself up. Remove the block if it's in the front. Lean back, use the blocks if you need. Bring your inner thighs to connect. Drop them down. Good work. Inhale here. If you want to bend your thighs here for that forward fold and staff, go right ahead. If you want, keep those legs straight. Grab one onto your ankles, whichever is most accessible for you. Remember what was accessible yesterday, last week, may really not be accessible right now, and that's okay. Alignment, balance, flow is different every single day. Depending on our energy levels, or our strength, our space, so many things. Exhale, release. Slide your hands back behind you or closer to your kneecaps to lift, open, and drop. Great work. From here, we're gonna go do some single leg lifts. So you might need your blocks here. So what you'll do is you're gonna plant your block on the outside and inside of your left thigh. Left foot's gonna be active, and you're just gonna press your thigh off the ground and drop it back down. Then we're gonna rotate to the opposite side. And drop it back down. But better yet, we'll do a side at a time, and then do the two, and then go to the sides. So we'll go to the right first, using your blocks, or without the blocks. Let's go for 10. 1. If you're in pants or something, make sure your blocks aren't on top of those pants. 4. Using your tries, dig into the heels. Allow yourself to drop gently. Every time you're dropping back, you want to pull your pelvic floor and your bum to the back. Don't let it spew out to the front. Other side, left side, here we go. Last one. And release. Excellent work. Let's move those blocks over if you don't need them for this forward fold. And you'll hear maybe bind your hands, extend to the index and thumb, come into a steeple grip, and fall down. Stay here momentarily. Maybe move side to side. So good. Pull, glide yourself up. Plant your palms, plant your fingertips. Bring their inner thighs to meet. Maybe you hold for a sec for 3, 2, 1, and we drop. Our legs back down to our stack pose. Great work. Well, we did a lift on the wide-legged fold. So now we're gonna do a little lift on the stack pose. Bringing those knuckles of your big toes to touch. Maybe point your toes. Plant your palms on the outside of your hips and press up. Just almost coming into a little bit of a reverse plank, but we're not coming into the complete version as of yet. Still taking it easy. Allowing your hips to fall gently. Last one. 10. Keep your hands where they are. Lean back just a tad to pull your thighs. Open the thighs and we draw. You can maybe feel your quads start to turn on. Working good. From here we're gonna go to side, lift to lift. So we're gonna start with our left. Right hand inside our groin, left hand outside our glute. We're gonna lift, release, twist, lift, release, twist. That's 2. Exhaling on the way down, inhaling on the way up. Driving your heels down. Pulling your hips back. Feel your groin opening. Feel the strength building in your arms. Last one. Release. Great work. Maybe grab on your blocks, maybe you don't. You're gonna fall forward. If you want to bend your thighs here, go ahead and bend your thighs. Feel how that feels different. Bending your thighs, or if you're not, energetically pull your hips into their socket and try to rotate and roll your knees to the outside so where your pinkies will travel. Activate the feet. Exhale, release. Straighten out the legs, walk your hands back. Let's go to the right side this time. We lift and we release. Maybe get some more height on your fingertips. See how that feels. Excellent work. Once again, bend those knees. Feel how this feels this time as we drop down to the middle, building some heat. Maybe you feel a couple drops of sweat traveling down your spine, down the middle of your forehead. Maybe from here you start to work on strengthening and lengthening through your hamstrings. Release, plant your palms, fingertips. Bring your inner thighs to connect. If you fall, don't worry. Let your heels drop. Whoa. From here, we are going to actually come into a reverse tabletop. I'm just going to rotate just slightly. Planting our palms on the outside of our hips. Toes are going to point up at first, then gradually pull the tops of the soles so the feet down. This is intense to start off with. Here we go, we lift. Maybe you need to walk your feet out a little bit more. Don't let your head just drop. Hold it, control it. 5, 4, flatten out the front body. Pull your abdominal and your ribs in. 2, 1, slowly drop. Slow. Good job. Look at your feet. Now from here, tent your hands on the outside of your hips or closer between your hips where your knees are. So the middle, where your thighs are. From here, we're gonna lift the leg, just the left leg, drop it back down. Lift the left leg, drop it back down. Pull the hip into the socket and then lift. Drive it by driving the heel to lift the toes. Imagine that the heel's pushing the toes towards the sky. I'd say that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Exhale. Right leg right away. That's 10. Great work. Bring your big toe knuckles to touch. Maybe you want to flip your hand in the opposite direction now for this version of reverse plank. Planting our palms, drive your heels down. Press your toes down, lift to the chest. Drop down. Let's go to the right side. Maybe you don't need hands, maybe your hands are your heart space now. 1. One more. Good job. 10. On the other leg. This time, we are going to come into another variation of reverse tabletop. Sure. Hands can be pointed whichever is most comfortable for you. Come into your reverse plank. Keep saying tabletop. Bring the left knee to your chest. Hold it. Step it back. Bring the right leg. Step back, left, drag it to your collarbone, lift the hips, step it down, right leg, step it down, release your bum, down to the ground. Return back to your wide-legged seated fold, right leg going long, left leg going long. This time we're gonna get a little more funky, moving from side to side, incorporating both sides and both hands. So from here, you're gonna plant the left palm behind you. You're gonna swing open, dropping the inner edge of the right foot in. Left toes are gonna point towards the sky and drop it down. Almost like a fallen triangle variation. Release the left hand
Open up by dropping the left inner foot sole down. Switch to the other side. There's 2. Switch. Get funky with it. Play with it. Practice with childlike enthusiasm. Press your hips up. Remember the rotation of the foot is coming from the rotation of your groin. This is gonna feel really good. Drop your hips. Bend your knees now. Bend them. Drive your heels down. Grab onto the big toes. And allow your head just to drop. You feel some release in your lower back. Maybe your hamstrings. Pull your belly in, lengthen the lower back. Release the right hand. Release the left hand. Maybe you need to bend your knees a bit more. Walking your hands to align your forearms to align with your feet. Great, great work. Plant your palms, fingertips to the outside. You can let your legs fall back straight. Bring them in. It's a little core work. Maybe it's getting a little easier. Maybe you can hold it a little bit longer. Maybe you can point a little bit more. Exhale. Let your soles of your feet connect with the ground. Extend to the left leg. Extend. Through your right leg. Now from here, you want to squeeze your thighs to bring. So before we might have just had our big toe knuckles touching. Now we actually have our inner thighs and the knuckles of our toes touching. So we're gonna do some staff lifts. So you're gonna plant your right hand outside the right hip, vice versa with the left hand. Align yourself so that you align yourself with your hands and the placement in which they find themselves. So what I like to do with my staff pose, everybody's body's different. My legs are a little bit longer and my arms are a little bit longer. So what I like to do is I like to find my medium between my hips and my knees, which is usually a sweet spot in between where my knees and my thighs start. Start by aligning my hands outside of my hips, then I'll walk them in, align my sitting bones together, around the spine, around the shoulder blades. And if you need blocks here, maybe the first round we'll do blocks. Go right ahead. Align the blocks on the outside, point the toes up. Just gonna lift. And we drop. And if you didn't lift your entire thighs off the ground, don't trip, don't worry. It'll come over time with determination, with practice, patience, resilience, and then love. Let's do it again. We got 4 rounds. Driving the thighs down once again, kicking the toes up, heels down, pressing through the block, or your books, or the ground, and we lift. And release. Whew. Maybe you want to try this for 2 rounds without the assistance of your blocks. 2, lift, up, and release. It's a fun game of weight distribution, because as you're lifting, your toes are going forward, but the heavier part of your body, which is your bum, your legs, are all underneath you and pulling you down. So the key to this is trying to pull that heavy weight, your bum, your femur, your thighs, your calves, your heels, try to bring those underneath you. Same concept of us pulling our pelvic floor underneath. That's enough talking. Hands down, point your toes, and we lift. And release. Wow, that was fun. Take a nice little forward fold if you need to. I'm just gonna get up and check the time. I would love your family members to rotate. If you're not already, face the front of your mat. We're gonna go through 3 rounds of raw salutations, then closing the practice. So at the top of your mat, come to a standing posture. From here, bring your big toes to kiss, to mirror. Inhale, hands above your crown, look at the bottom of your palm. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we fold. Lift your heels, step, jump, hop, walk, glide to a push-up. Take your push-up, knees, elbows, connect with the ground. Exhale, 5 breaths in our pyramid pose. When you're in your pyramid, think of that cross reference of your right hand connecting with your left foot and your right foot connecting with your left hand. Lift your heels, look forward, jump, step, hop, walk yourself to the top. 2 more rounds. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your thighs, glide yourself to a stand. Bring your palms above your crown. Exhale, hands at your heart space. Let your hands cascade down your side. Inhale, exhale. Index and thumbs meet. Inhale, swing above your crown. Look at the base. Keep the index and thumb connected all the way until we step our jump, hop to our push-up. Take your push-up, wide jet. Don't tense the bum when you're in your wide jet or up dog. Relax through the bum. Press through the palms. Maybe you pedal. Maybe you want to find some stillness. Lift your heels, look forward. Make your way to the top. Last round. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, get a deeper fold. Bend your knees. Slide yourself up to a stand. Bring your palms above your crown. Exhale, hands at your heart space. Inhale. Exhale, cascade your hands down by your side. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we fold. Great work. Halfway. Take your push up. One jet. Downward dog.
forward. Bring the knee to a 3. Your right leg to a 3-legged pyramid. Bring the right knee to touch the right elbow. Step it forward. Drop the right knee. Untuck. Drop the left knee. Untuck the left toes. You can tighten your hands here. Just lean forward. Open up that left hip a bit. Come into a half split variation. Tuck your left toes, plant your right foot. Almost come into a bent knee lunge. Raise your hands above your crown. Straighten out the left leg. Lift the lower belly off the right thigh. Drop the left knee in 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Sink into your high lunge. Drop it in 3, 2, 1. Lift. Drop it in 3, 2, 1. Plant your hands. Then you frame your front foot. Straighten out the right leg. Bend the right knee. Step back. Plank. Push up. Knees, elbows drop. Lunge it. Pyramid. Extend the left. Touch the left elbow with the left knee. Step it forward. Drop the right knee down gently. Untuck the toes. Little lunge. Bring your hands above your crown. Pull your biceps to align with your ears. Exhale, half split. Great work. On this transition now, tuck the right toes and come into a bent lunge position. Raise your hands above your crown. Straighten out the right leg. Lower the right knee. 3, 2, 1. Pick it up, pick it up. Lower in 3, 2, 1. Driving the hips in opposite direction. Left hip going back, right hip going forward. And we drop, plant our palms. Step back, take your Raja. No push up this round. Pyramid posture. Take the right shin, cross it parallel. Come into your pigeon pose. Extend the left leg back. Coming into the final active postures. 4 more. Three more. Last one. See if you can sit up here. You might want to grab your blocks to help you. If not, just try to open up to the front body. Just a little bit. Exhale, close it off. We're gonna go some bombs here. Pigeon bombs for 1, 2. You can move your hands here. 3. Activate to the front foot. Pull back on the right hip. Pull forward on the left. Last one. And we plant our palms. Tuck the left toes. Slide back to your pyramid pose. Slide the left shin forward. Drop the left shin down. Fall into your pigeon pose. Gradually, gently, softly, lovingly. Our transition out of this pigeon pose is going to be a little bit different. Taking the same amount of breaths on this side than we did on the opposite side. Last breath. Sit upright. Prep for your pigeon bombs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 5. Playing your palms. I want you to do here. Step with your left foot in the halfway. Step your right foot up. Step your left foot. Step your right foot up. Fall down to your bum, whichever which way you get there. Honor it. Did a lot today. Fall down to your back. Hold onto your thighs, as we normally do. Slowly start to roll yourself down. Slowly start to roll yourself down. Lie down. Bring your knees into the chest. Give yourself a loving squeeze. Allow your knees to drop to the left first. Cascade your right arm open. Finishing off with this spinal twist. Finishing off with this spinal twist. Bring your knees back into center. Finishing off with the final twist and or asana. Coming into supine twist. Placing our right hand on our left knee. Opening up our left shoulder. Releasing our spine. Exhale, release the right palm, close the left hand, bring it to your heart space, roll back to center. You want to take a little bit of a bridge here just to alleviate any built up or remaining tension. Go right ahead. If wheel's in your practice and you want to take wheel, go ahead. And we release. Allow your legs to fall out long. Allow your right leg to extend, your left leg to extend. Bring your right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart space. Inhale deeply. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 4. Hold. Exhale for 4.